Our planet is home to millions of species. Some ferocious like the lion, some majestic like the eagle, and some animals that leave you scratching your head in pure confusion, thinking, how can something like that even exist? These animals are so weird they sound like they're out of a children's story, and yet they exist all the same. We've compiled a list of the weirdest animals to ever be discovered in the world for your viewing pleasure, so kick back, enjoy, and be amazed. Number 5. Aye-aye. The aye-aye is endemic to Madagascar. Even though these unusual creatures don't appear to be primates at first glance, they share a common ancestor with chimpanzees, apes, and humans. Aye-ayes are characterized by a long, bushy tail that is much larger than the rest of their bodies and a dark brown or black coloration. They have large, expressive eyes and delicate, long fingers and ears. Except for their opposable big toes, the fingers and toes of aye-ayes are covered in sharp claws that prevent them from grasping branches. To avoid the dangers of the ground, these forest dwellers spend their entire lives in the branches of trees. The nocturnal creatures sleep in a ball-shaped nest made of leaves and branches during the day. The nests can be recognized by their spherical shape and single entrance hole located in the crooks of tall trees. Standing on its hind legs, the aye-aye taps trees with its long middle fingers and listens for the scurrying of wood-boring insect larvae under the bark. The same middle finger is used to entice them out. In addition to its primary diet of insects, the digit serves as a handy tool for extracting the flesh of coconuts and other fruits. The aye-aye is seen as a bad omen by many Malagasy people. This is why they are usually killed at first sight. The extinction of the aye-aye is now a real possibility as a result of both the hunting and the destruction of its habitat. They are now protected by the law as a result. Number 4. Star-nosed mole. The tiny Condylura cristata mole prefers the damp lowlands of northern North America. This hamster-sized mole uses its unique touch organ, called Eimer's organs, which contain more than 25,000 minute sensory receptors to navigate its environment. Its Eimer's organs might put it in a prime position to detect seismic wave vibrations. Tiny touch receptors called Eimer's organs are scattered all over the star-shaped structure, making it extremely sensitive to the slightest of touches. About 25,000 Eimer's organs are arranged across the nose's 22 appendages, making the nose about 1 centimeter in diameter. The German zoologist Theodor Eimer first described Eimer's organs in the European mole in 1871. Not only does the star-nosed mole have Eimer's organs, but so do other species of mole. The star-nosed mole is visually impaired, so it was long thought that its snout sensed electrical activity in its prey. However, there is scant evidence to support this theory. This species' nasal star and dentition appear to have evolved primarily for the purpose of hunting very small prey. A study published in Nature found that this species' record for identifying and consuming a single food item was just 120 milliseconds, averaged 227 milliseconds, making it the fastest-eating mammal in the world. Its brain makes a decision about whether or not the prey is edible in about 8 milliseconds. This is considered the maximum possible rate at which neurons can communicate. Surprisingly, these moles can also exhale air bubbles onto objects or scent trails to carry the scents back to their noses as they swim underwater, meaning these things can pretty much smell underwater. Number 3. Glaucus atlanticus. The question here is whether you're looking at a living organism or a piece of art. Do you see the difference? The answer is no in the case of the blue glaucus, also known as the blue dragon. The nudibranch mollusk, known as the blue dragon, Glaucus atlanticus, lives in the ocean. It can be found floating on the surface of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans in both temperate and tropical waters. This extravagant organism rarely exceeds 3 centimeters, about an inch, in length. In order to stay afloat, the blue dragon floats on its back, with the help of an air bubble in its stomach, leaving its brightly colored underbelly open to aerial predators. The pearlized silver-gray side of its body conceals it beneath the waves, while the blue side acts as camouflage against the background of ocean waves. Glaucus atlanticus eats other fish and aquatic animals, especially those found in the water's upper layers. Its preferred diet consists primarily of venomous siphonophores with names like by-the-wind sailor, Velella velella, blue button, porpita porpita, violet snail, and Portuguese man-o'-war, all of which sound like magical creatures in and of themselves. The blue dragon conceals nematocytes, the stinging organs of the man-o'-war, in its finger-like appendages, making it just as poisonous as the man-o'-war itself. Sickness, pain, vomiting, acute allergic contact dermatitis, and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation can all result from just one sting from this little guy. If you ever find yourself in their presence, you should look, admire, and be suitably awed, but you should not touch. Although blue dragons are typically found in open water, they do occasionally wash ashore where they make a spectacular, if diminutive, sight against the bland sand. Visitors to the beach might be tempted to pick up the little beauties for a better look, but doing so could cause them serious pain. You know what won't cause you serious pain though? Subscribing to our channel. Do it for more awesomely weird content like this. Number 2. Alligator gar. The alligator gar is unrelated to actual alligators, but it's easy to see how this massive fish got its name thanks to its wide, crocodilian head and sharp teeth. The largest of the 7 species of gar, this megafish has an olive-brown, torpedo-shaped body that is covered in shiny scales. It's been documented to reach lengths of 10 feet and weights of nearly 350 pounds. This makes it the largest freshwater-dwelling fish species in North America. The earliest members of this species appeared 157 million years ago and spread to many different continents. Unfortunately, gars are now extinct in every region of the world except North and Central America. It is possible that alligator gars once ranged as far north as Iowa and as far west as Kansas and Nebraska, as well as throughout the entire Mississippi River Valley. Currently, the only known habitat for alligator gars is the lower Mississippi River Valley, which stretches from Oklahoma and Arkansas in the west to Texas and parts of Mexico in the south, and from Florida in the east. Although alligator gars can survive in salty or brackish water, they are most at home in the slow currents of large rivers, swamps, bayous, and lakes. The alligator gar's air bladder is thick, spongy, and highly vascular, functioning like a lung to oxygenate the fish's blood. It also enables the fish to breathe in low oxygen waters by gulping air. There's a chance it can get as much as 70% of the oxygen it needs straight from the air. Even though they look dangerous, alligator gars have never attacked a human being. However, they can be dangerous in a more subtle way. The fish's eggs are toxic to humans. As a defense mechanism against predators like crustaceans, gars are known to produce toxic eggs. Even though alligators have been known to attack them, alligator gars are mostly safe in the wild. However, young fish are vulnerable to predation from a variety of different species. Although fish are the primary food source for adult gars, they will also consume blue crabs, small turtles, waterfowl, and even small mammals if given the chance. Number 1. Dumbo octopus. Due to the 2 large fins, one on either side of the mantle, that protrude like ears, the dozen or so species that make up Grimpodonthus are commonly referred to as Dumbo octopuses. This cephalopod is often referred to as the cutest octopus in the world, due to its endearing combination of small size, usually around 8 inches, relatively short arms, bell-shaped body, pale coloring, and propensity to hover over the seafloor. Dumbo octopuses are the deepest dwelling octopuses known, with a depth range of up to 13,000 feet below the surface of oceans all over the world. Snails, worms, and whatever else they can vacuum up from the ocean floor make up the bulk of their diet. They belong to the group of deep-sea octopuses known as cirri, which are long, thin extensions of the suckers. Cirri are thought to play a role in feeding, though this is not well understood. They move through the water with the help of powerful fin flaps rather than the jet propulsion used by other octopuses. They also have webbing between their arms, which helps them swim. So, which animal did you find the weirdest? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and goodbye!